In today's video, we are going to cover the key phases of a monkey branching relationship, start to end. Spoiler alert, this relationship will not have a happy ending. These type of relationships are very well known to always fail. There are multiple reasons. I cover them in other videos, which you can go and check why they always fail. There is dozens of reasons, which I covered pretty much all of them. And if this relationship works, because it's not really working, if this relationship lasts more than a year, it turns toxic 100% of the times, no question about it. Now that we got this out of the way, I really want to walk you through the key phases that the monkey branching relationship goes through from the minute that they start the relationship with you to start the other relationship, the monkey branching, the other one, and then even they swing back to you, because a monkey brancher is very well known to swing back and forth, because they swing to the other person, and then when this doesn't go well, they swing back to you, or then they swing back to other person. It's just a shit show, and this is why this kind of relationships never work. We're going to talk about it extensively, and I think that this is the only video you need to watch on monkey branching to really understand exactly, step by step, what's going through their mind when they begin and when they end. I hope that you're ready. I am ready. I am Coach Goldman, your relationship and breakup coach. Let's start with how it all starts. Initial attraction and relationship formation. Initial meetings, the relationship begins with mutual attraction and interest, the dating phase, then you start spending time together, getting to know each other, building connection, you start developing an emotional connection. Sounds like a regular, healthy relationship, right? Right? This phase usually stays between 3 to 6 months. It's also known as the honeymoon phase, where the two of you are infatuated with each other. But after this phase, let's say seven months plus, then the relationship plateau, and then emerging issues. This is where the true character of the monkey brancher starts to emerge as well, because they are not good with conflict resolution. They're just not. They don't have this skill. Every time they face a challenge in their life, they run away from it. This is a very problematic in a relationship and also in life, to have this kind of pattern that every time that shit hits the fan, you just jump ship. This is not a way to live. But people that engage in monkey branching, they are very well known to do this in all aspects and areas of their life. So pay close attention to that, and you will notice, you will see your ex in what I'm describing here. You will see how this is so true about them. You're just gonna understand everything that you need about your ex. And the reason that I want you to understand these things and get into the monkey brancher's mind is because it will give you a sense of ease and relaxation, and then you can take this energy that you gathered and use it for your own healing. Because right now your mind is racing of thoughts about them and their new partner and how this relationship would look like. The relationship will fail, and you're going to see also why. And now I'm describing the phases of the relationship that they had with you. So you guys started the initial attraction, and then you moved on. About 7 months plus, the relationship started to stabilize, plateaued, its stability phase. The relationship reaches a stable phase where routine sets in. You start to get to know each other's quirks, you start to get to know each other's schedule. So you just know what they're up to, they know what you're up to, and this is the quote unquote also boring phase of the relationship. Now dissatisfaction start to set in as well. One partner, usually it's the monkey brancher, feeling unfulfilled or dissatisfied or dealing with internal issues but may not communicate these feelings openly. This is where they are starting to, they feel the dissatisfaction, and it causes them, they're not expressing it, they're suppressing it. And what happens when they're suppressing it? They start acting weird. They start acting out of character. You might see it. This is where they start to be out of character. You probably notice it, out of character behavior. And this should raise a huge, for you, something that not many people notice, but this is a huge red flag that you needed to pay attention to. You needed to I don't blame you that you didn't see it, but this is a huge red flag that now you're aware of. Then boredom and disconnect. The dissatisfied partner, the monkey brancher, begins to notice flaws, missing elements in the relationship. This is where they start telling you that maybe they start telling you little things that shows that there's dissatisfaction, but they're not very open and straightforward about it. They just, also why? Because they are waiting. This is the phase that they're also now here. They just wait. They wait. You ask probably for what? They wait for new partner, new person, because they cannot let go of you before somebody else comes along. They cannot, because they're emotionally very weak people, so they cannot do this. They cannot risk the fear of being alone. They cannot risk being alone. They're afraid of it so much. Now, the dissatisfied partner may feel this way because not because of you. This is an important thing that you understand. It's not because of you. They have a lot of issues in their own mind. Because a person that is in a relationship, and I'm not bashing about these people. I'm not. They can be very great members of society or whatever, but they have mental issues. Because in order for you, just understand that, to be in a committed relationship and start looking elsewhere, finding another person while you're still with your person, and then leave your person and move to a new person, you cannot be mentally stable and do that. There is no way. You cannot convince me otherwise, because it's not possible. And once they do that, then they seek, like I said, external validation and connection. They start expressing interest in others. The dissatisfied partner starts noticing other potential partners, flirting. They start flirting with other people, and then they start the emotional distancing from you. They begin to emotionally distance themselves from the current partner. This is just how it goes. You can see when they start distancing themselves, you probably noticed, and if you didn't, try to recall that they started to do things that are, like I said, out of character stuff, a lot of out of character stuff, or they get mad very quickly over the smallest things. They try to create a scene out of everything. They become hyper dramatic. It's also something that's very well known that they tend to do, because when they are seeking external validation and connection, when they are flirting with other people, they cannot fully flirt until they see that the connection with you is weakening. So they need to start weakening the connection with you by causing scenes, arguments, and unnecessary drama. Now, this is when they try to fill an emotional gap, emotional, psychological gap that they are having. It's just not working. It will never work, because they feel a void in their heart due to many things, many mental issues. And they think that by being with other person, they will feel whole again, but they don't. What they feel is the novelty. But once the novelty wears off, this is where they're swinging back, because they always need this novelty and this excitement. And when they get it, it's like a drug. And when they hit this drug multiple times or enough times, they get desensitized, and they swing back or swing away to another branch, aka other person. Now, developing their new relationship, secret communication. Oh, this is so hard, because the dissatisfied partner starts communicating more with new person secretly. Emotional investment, they invest emotionally in the new connection, sharing personal thoughts and feelings. And comparison, The dissatisfied partner compares the new and current relationship, often idealizing the new one. Why they are idealizing the new one? Because they are moving into the phase which is known also as the grass is greener. They are sure that the grass is greener on the other side. And let me tell you, the grass is greener where you water it, not on the other side. But they are thinking that probably because you are praising them so much, because you truly care and love them, and they feel so adored, which makes them feel that they can do better. And this is not wrong that you praise them and love them and show them your appreciation. A healthy person, when you show a healthy person appreciation, they are in love and they say thank you and it's so much fun. An unhealthy person, a wounded person, mentally unstable and emotional handicapped person will not know how to accept it and it will scare them. This is usually also avoidance. And you don't want to be with this kind of person. And then they look elsewhere. They think that the grass is greener. Then the emotional withdrawal phase. Detachment, reduce interactions and justifying behavior. They start to detach from you and withdraws emotionally from the current relationship. Reduce interaction, communication, and interactions with the current partner decrease significantly. This is also a flag that you must be aware of. This is also red flag, a huge red flag. Yeah. Justifying behavior. That's the worst part when they justify their behavior. They rationalize their behavior to avoid guilt and responsibility. They must. And by the way, when you understand these things about the monkey brancher, that they do it because of their own problems, you have much more sympathy for them. Not that it's easy to have sympathy for someone who cheated on you, and worse than that, monkey branching is worse than cheating because they left you for another person. They're not cheated. They cheated and moved on with this other person, and it caused severe impact on you, on your heart, and on your mental. So they tried to rationalize it, and they said, I had to do that. Didn't you see the signs? And they actually can tell you, didn't you see? Didn't you really notice? No, I did not notice because I was blindly in love with you. And I had a very severe anxious attachment style. And I didn't watch Coach Paz videos and I didn't know that. But now you do. Then what's happened? Transition phase. Letting go of current partner. When they feel that the new partner is secured, they let go of the current partner. Yeah, that's a painful one. And I'm telling you this with such a heavy heart. All of this happened to me. All of this. But when I came to these realizations, it eased the pain and gave me strength to move on and understand that I just said, fuck her. I don't care anymore. I don't. I really don't. But my ego was so wounded. Everything in me just screamed. But these realizations now will elevate your state and will ease your pain. Then the breakup happened. They initiated the breakup, sometimes with little explanation, leaving the current partner hurt and confused. You're definitely going to be confused about this. It doesn't make any sense. And sometimes it happens when you least expect it and you say to yourself, how? When did you, what? Me and my ex, we had sex 2 days before she monkey branched. It didn't even make sense to me. I didn't fully understand that. I couldn't bury this thought. It just, yeah. Now it's different, but when it's fresh, it's fresh for you, so you still feel this pain. And then they move to the full transition. Yeah, they fully commit to a new relationship, often quickly moving on. And it looks like for you that they are very quick. And they are really quick because they have to make these quick movements or else they would lose their courage. And because in the monkey branching, they need leverage and they need the momentum. So when the swing starts, they must do it quickly or else they would lose their their courage to leave, and they will stay in the middle. Or even worse than that, they didn't fully swing all the way to the other partner, and then they come back to you when you already find out or suspected, and you lose trust, and you say to them, that's not working, and now they lost you and the other person, and then bam, smashed on the floor. They will hit the smash on the floor phase, but this is not right now. Now their new relationship begins, and let me show you how it looks like. It's gonna be a fucking shit show. Immediate post-breakup relief and adjustment. The first thing they're gonna feel is emotional relief, because they will feel relief because of the stress and conflict that might have characterized the previous relationship. It's very stressful to do this kind of thing. They do feel guilt and anxiety, and you will see, we're gonna cover this a little bit more here, but this is not an easy transition for them, and this is not an easy thing to do. So once they are did it, they feel like, oh, I'm done with this one. Now my life, now I can live again. But this is false. Anxiety. They might feel also some anxiety about the future of the new relationship, because they know how this relationship started. They understand that it was fucked. They understand that this is not how a relationship is supposed to look like, but they did it anyway. So they feel anxiety over that. Now, their actions, they're creating distance, establishing physical and emotional distance from the ex. This is at the beginning, they will pull away badly. Then engaging in new activities, trying new things and focusing on personal interest. They're going to be very self-absorbed. Don't expect anything from them at this point. And I want to tell you that if someone monkey branched on you, your best move is to go radio silence. And I would even say not just radio silence, you know what? I would say just move on. They move on. Radio silence is actually a more of a technique or strategy to get an ex back. It's kind of like no contact. No contact is just not talking to your ex and not initiating contact. And radio silence is more blocking them everywhere in order for it to evoke some kind of emotions of fear, FOMO, fear of missing out, fear of missing you. But in this case, just move on. They're not worthy of one more minute of your time. But I know that you need to understand these things in order for you to move on, in order for you to actually let go. Now, they are going to go through the honeymoon phase with this new partner. Their emotional state will be excitement and hope, high level of excitement and infatuation, serotonin just all over the place, dopamine, all of the love chemicals. But this is very short term. All of this, by the way, this in a monkey branch relationship, these two phases can be between 7 days, you guys, to maybe 2 months. That's it, max. Not even 2 months, even 1 month. It's very quick, because this is moving very, very quick. They have to move quick because they didn't really finish the relationship with you, and they already started a new one. So what happened? They are going through a phase which is called psychological displacement, and they begin the relationship they had with the new partner where your relationship ended. So it happens, everything happened quick. The honeymoon phase is finishing quickly as well, because they fall into routine. They fall into this stage. Remember that when you talk about this here, that was a long time ago. Here, the relationship emerging a plateau in issues, because they're starting to feel they start getting into more stable and routine, because they got used to being in a relationship with you. And if they didn't process emotions and actually went being alone for a little bit, this is what's going to happen. Their actions will be intense bonding and optimism. They will spend a lot of time with the new partner, enjoying the novelty and new experiences, feeling optimistic about the new relationship and its potential. all of this is very temporary. And then reality sets in. Realism and dissatisfaction starts to emerge. The initial excitement begins to fade, and it fades so quickly, like I told you. And the reality of the new relationship sets in. They start falling back into routine, and then this is the dissatisfaction, like we talked about. Remember what they do when they're dissatisfied? Exactly what they did with you, they will do with this next partner. Potential dissatisfaction with the new relationship, and that does not meet their expectations, or if old issues resurface. And old issues will resurface because they didn't change. And there is no way that this new person can meet their expectations because this is not you. They expected certain things from you in the relationship, and they didn't digest fully and grieve over you. They try to bypass the grief process. So their state of mind is still on you, but with this other person. Sometimes this is the psychological displacement. They can see the person, the new person they're with, and actually feel that they're with you. It's so sick and twisted, and there is no way that this new person can meet their expectation. And this is one more thing that causes them to want to come back to you, because they understand on a deeper level the mistake that they've made. But now, you know what? Now this is too late. Yes. Actions, reevaluations. This is what they're going to do. They're going to reevaluate their relationship and its long-term potential, considering getting back to their ex. Exactly. This is the comparison phase. Their emotional state will be doubt and nostalgia. Starting to know these differences between the new partner and the ex, because they start understanding now this is not you. And they start to understand everything that they actually have done. And this is a phase that they feel a lot of remorse. Then nostalgia kicked in. Occasional feelings of nostalgia for the good times in the previous relationship with you. Actions is the subtle comparison and reflection. They will compare and reflect on the reasons of the breakup, and they will start reevaluating your qualities against the other person. They will say, wow, so-and-so wasn't that bad. And this is where they're going to wear the rosy glasses. This is called also in psychology rosy retrospection, where they will fondly think about what was. Happens all the time. Then, conflicted feelings. Their emotional state will be confusion and guilt. They will feel confused about their feelings and whether they made the right decision ending the previous relationship, and guilt, feeling guilty about comparing the new partner to the ex, and they will feel guilt also on how your relationship ended. Guilt will eat them alive. This is also one of the reasons that this type of relationship will never work, because it's not based on truth. It's not based on love. It's based on lust. It's based on unmet needs. It's based on emotional and intellectual, mental issues. It doesn't based on anything that can be sustainable. This is why this is only one of the many reasons that it's not going to work. Their actions, they will reach out. They might reach out to you, to your ex, to their ex, either out of curiosity or need for closure. More often than not, it will be curiosity and wanting to reconcile because they feel like shit. And as they think about you while they're in the new relationship, this is where they will start feeling dissociated with their new partner. This is where they will start to withdraw from the new partner and disconnect from them and detach from them and coming back towards you or to another person. Introspection, engaging deep introspection about their desires and needs in a relationship. This is not always, but more often than not, they start to do introspection, but not all of them. Now, next phase is potential reconnection with an ex, nostalgia and longing and uncertainty, strong feelings of missing the ex and familiarity of the past relationship. We are habitual beings. We love routine. We love the familiar, don't we? We do. And whether, even though they seek novelty, the familiar always feels better. This is why, by comparison, you will always be better than this new person. And uncertainty, they will be uncertain about whether to pursue relationship with the new partner or try to reconcile with you. This is not healthy. This is not healthy at all. Then they will try connecting with you and evaluate the choices. This is when they're gonna do the indirect direct, because you probably know about the indirect direct approach. If you not, I'm gonna briefly explain. If you want to learn more about that, I will put a link in the description below, or just go to my channel and put on the search tab the indirect direct explained, and you will see that I'm talking about extensively about what it means. So the indirect direct approach is basically they will contact you directly, indirectly, but in a very direct way. This is an indirect direct. Sorry, they will contact you directly, but in an indirect way. They will ask you about the dog or about a football game or fix their pool pump or whatever, because they want to gauge your interest, with creating a safety buffer for them to bounce if you reject them, because they will feel very afraid that you're going to reject them. So when they will initiate connection with you to discuss unresolved feelings or seek reconciliation, they will weigh the pros and cons of staying with a new partner versus going back to an ex, because they're just emotionally so fucked at this point. I'm praying for them at this point. Now their new relationship ends or turn toxic. If their new relationship lasts more than a year, it always turns toxic, you guys. It always turns toxic, because in their mind, they will not stop thinking about, can they do better? This relationship moved on too fast. We don't really, as humans, we don't appreciate things that comes easy for us. If it comes easy, come easy go, it's a true statement. And this relationship came too easy, too fast. This is how it's gonna go. And it will end very quickly as well. There are many reasons that you can look into on other of my videos why it will not last, but I do believe that the information that I provided for you today was enough for you to understand why it will not work, what's going on in their mind, and what you need to do, my friend, is move on. You gotta move on. I created many courses that can help you. The best one is the Rise of the Phoenix online healing coaching program. You can check the link in the description below. You're gonna love it, because it will help you rediscover yourself. It will help you heal, rise, and emerge stronger than ever before. And you need this right now. You need this because your mind cannot stop thinking about this fucking ex. It's hard. I know this is a strong impact to the ego and the heart. You gotta heal. And to heal, you gotta do the work. And to do the work, I got you with my program, or if you need one-on-one coaching with me, the link also in the description below. Talk to me. I love you guys. I'm sending you healing, and I'm sending you blessing. Stay strong. Don't go back. Don't look back. Don't look back. Move forward. Love you guys. See you again in the next one.